Everybody, and welcome to the latest Perpetual Protocol community call number 53. Really great to have you all here and excited for this latest call. This last couple of weeks have been pretty wild with all kinds of crypto news, and we've got some interesting perp updates as well. So we're really excited to get into the call. And on the call today, it is me and your other favorite co-host, Houston. How's it going, Houston?
Lee's wingman. How's it going, everyone? I'm doing excellent.
Yeah, best wingman ever, and looking forward. Actually, next time I should be your wingman, Houston, and let you take the reins.
All right, that's fair.
Wait a minute, I can be a wingman with take the reins. Maybe it's more like take the, what's it called? Take the stick. Anyway. All right, let's get back on track. So yeah, pretty wild week, especially last week. Hope everybody came through the crazy price drop, more or less intact. I know it was, some pretty wild times. I got some of my own liquidity positions forcibly removed on perp, which was a nasty surprise, but luckily no liquidation, just forcibly removed, and discovered in time to add a little bit more collateral. Houston, you come through okay?
Yeah, came out pretty well on that side, on that kind of a bit of a pullback. I'd been kind of sharing some thoughts about the recent price action leading up to that kind of decline in the price and trading chat on Discord. And I've just been seeing that it looked very precarious for ETH and basically a bunch of other coins. So yeah, fortunately I hedged up and actually made a bit of, a little bit of a profit on the downside there. And now basically flat. Looking to see what happens this week with the FOMC, of course, coming out this afternoon, 2 p.m. EST. And all eyes are obviously waiting for that shoe to drop.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody watching right now. Instead of doing things to prepare for that, although I suppose it's still upcoming.
Yeah.
So that happens in the middle of the night for me. So I'll wake up to some exciting news probably, or not. I mean, you never know.
Yeah. Well, that's the weird thing about that last price drop is that it happened in the middle of the night. For me, anyways, I think it was like midnight on a Saturday, which is kind of a weird time for things to move. So that was an odd move.
Pretty random.
Yeah.
But thanks so much for the SEC for protecting us all from
once again
happiness and profit.
That's it. Yeah.
Right. But I also saw that there's some people trying to get Gary Gensler removed. So who knows? I suppose that would cause a pump. So you never know what you're going to see.
Yeah, I know crypto Twitter is pretty happy, pretty enthusiastic about that possibility. But I think they have a lot of steps to go before that would happen. I think they have to pass the Senate and the House in the States, and I think that's no small feat. So there's a lot of work to be done. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, I'm not too optimistic. Like I didn't look into exactly what the process would be, but that's more involved than I expected.
Yeah, I think it's more like, right now they're doing like a temperature check. And then they still have to put the proposal, and then they have to, actually go through the rest of the governance cycle. So I think it's, a lot of work to be done still. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably, I mean, obviously for us, it's high priority, but I'm guessing for most U.S. U.S. lawmakers, there are probably more things they're more focused on.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, like Trump getting arrested yesterday or showing up to court yesterday, whatever that was.
Yeah, fun times. Yeah. Although in theory, there shouldn't be anything legislative-wise to be done there. I don't know. Anyway,
yeah,
I haven't really been following that either.
Yeah, beyond my pay grid, or actually care. I don't care.
Yeah. Yep. As a general rule, Perpetual Protocol stays out of U.S. affairs, although sometimes U.S. affairs come knocking on our door in terms of the price.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyway. So any other news that you've been watching this week, Houston?
Well, yeah. Well, speaking of that regulation, I think Gensler had mentioned in that lawsuit against against Binance and Coinbase that I think 5 of the top 10 coins now are considered securities, right? So I think the only thing that's not considered security at this point in the top 10 coins is Bitcoin, ETH, and I think USDC, USDT, and Doge. And everything else in the top 10 is a considered security by them anyways. So yeah, so that wasn't good for the
Yeah,
rest
I
of those
guess.
coins.
Yeah, not great. And I guess if they classified Doge as a security, that would pretty much make a mockery of the definition. So
Yeah, yeah.
guess that's
So the only coins that are safe are meme coins. That's basically the only coins that are safe is to put out meme coins.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, this might be a good time to remind everyone that, of course, during the call, anything we mention or talk about is not financial advice. So, yeah, meme coin or otherwise, we're definitely not encouraging anybody to invest in any of these things without, doing your own research and, yeah,
Yeah.
checking it out on your own and making sure it is legal in your jurisdiction.
Yeah. And speaking of coins, maybe it's a good time to also drop our game now for the call.
Yes. All right.
So let's
Let's
do
do
that.
it.
So yeah, I'll announce it, and we can share the details in the chat pod, in case you're following along more on the chat side. So we played this game actually 2 weeks ago on our last call, and it was pretty fun. So let's do this again. So essentially, what I'm gonna get all of you on the call to do is I'm gonna get you to try to predict the price of this time ETH by the end of the call. So you have to predict where ETH is going to end up. And of course, ETH is, well, not of course, but right now, ETH on my screen is trading. Let me pull up the ETH Bitfinex quote. So I'm looking at the ETH. Sorry, let's go ETH Binance because that's probably
Well,
more. ETH.
let's look at the perp.
Okay, let's do the perp one. There you go. Let's pull that one up. So, what do you have on your side, Lee? 1746 and 30 cents, right? Is that what you have on your side? As the last traded. Should we do the last trade or should we do mark price or next price? What do you think is the best one?
Let's do the big price there. I guess that's the market price.
The mark price, yeah. Okay. So at the end of the call, I'm gonna ask. We'll go through all the guesses, and we're gonna look at the mark price on perp to see who gets closest to predicting where Ether will be at the end of the call. So the top two winners, I will actually send some perp to. So you can expect at least 20 perp for this easy prediction game. So I'll send you 20 perp to the folks who guess closest to where ETH is going to be trading by the end of the call. So please type it into the chat pod now. What's your price prediction going to be? Right now, ETH is trading at 1746.30. That's the mark price on perp.
Do we have like a minimum number of decimals people need to use?
Yeah. So the closest you are, the better. And right now it's trading to 1 decimal, right? So the price right now on perp is 1745.90. So try to get as close to we'll check that mark price again at the end of the call, and the persons who are closest, I will send you guys some perp. All right. So good luck. Lee just posted the instructions in the chat. Let's see who gets closest.
Trying to.
At the end.
All right. All right. Thanks for that, Houston. So let the games begin. Everybody put your guess for the perp price. I'm sure everyone is like looking at the chart now.
Yeah, that's right.
And we also want to announce that for the next call in 2 weeks, so that would be June 28th, we'll have a different game, and it will involve actually trading on perp. So make sure for the next call to have your wallet ready, MetaMask, or whatever it is you use, and be able to place a trade on perp. You won't need to place like a big trade. You could use a very small trade, $5 or whatever, even less. It'll be a pretty simple game. Any size of trade will be eligible. So yeah, get ready for that, and definitely make sure to join the call next time. There will be prize again for viewers who participate in the game.
And not to mention bragging rights. That's the most important.
Of course. Absolutely. All right. So with that, I think we can get started. Houston, you ready to start?
Sounds good.
Awesome. Okay, so we have a bunch of news, and there's going to be more and more product-related news as time goes by. So make sure to tune into these updates for all the latest. And let me see. All right. So the sort of big news in the last couple of weeks was probably the Bedrock update. And it went off more or less without a hitch. There was some of course, like that, the market chose that moment to have some pretty wild price actions. So some users were noting that there were some crazy funding spikes during just after the update. And luckily, it seems like things went pretty smoothly as far as we know. Nobody, got liquidated or anything during the update. Also, the update really helped out Perp a lot more than I expected, actually. Like, I was expecting, the gas fees to go down a bit, but I wasn't sure how much really. But it looks like gas fees have gone down quite a lot. So, previously we were seeing anywhere from 25 to 40 cents or more, up to like 60 cents for a trade or add or remove liquidity action on perpetual protocol. Now those trades are being done. I've seen trades down at like the 6 cent level, and I'm sure you could actually go lower. Of course, fees on L1 are pretty cheap right now, so that definitely helps. But yeah, really great news overall for perpetual protocol traders. I know definitely for myself, I'm really happy about the lower cost to add and remove liquidity and stuff like that. So yeah, really great news. In terms of speed, I feel like I haven't really done a lot since the update. The speed of the network feels more or less the same to me, but I'm sure power users have noticed an increase there as well. So moving along, another thing that actually rolled out just today is experimental fee rates for Hot Tub. The goal here is to allow Hot Tub to be able to make trades at a lower fee rate, and the fee rate that we're experimenting with right now is half the regular rate. This applies only to Hot Tub, and yeah, so it's really great news for Hot Tub users. In the short term, LPs might find this like a bit annoying, but it's not as bad as it sounds. Hot Tub, only accounts for a certain, a small percentage of the trading. And also this means that Hot Tub will be trading more. So overall, we expect fees for LPs to not really take a hit. In addition, because Hot Tub is expected to be able to make more income thanks to lower fees, we also have plans, and we're sort of in the research phase of being able to implement a feedback loop where LPs will actually get earning from Hot Tub as well. So the, additional Hot Tub earning will be able to loop back to LPs. And we're sort of working on ways for that to actually happen. Basically, that'll be the next step after the experiment that we're running. So, after a few weeks or maybe a month or two, if it's looking good, we'll start working, putting that into production. All right. Moving along, I've got some reward program updates. So this refers mostly to liquidity mining. And we also had a referral program that we have been running since the V1 era, which I guess that's about 2 years ago now. I sort of lose track a little bit. But yeah, the referral program had run for quite a while, and it's sort of a marketing program. And finally, we felt it sort of run its course in terms of we always have to balance between, the productivity of the program versus the cost of the program. We're spending perp on that every month or every week, and that obviously affects the perp price long term. So we decided to close that, and at the same time, we updated liquidity mining rewards. So those were reduced somewhat, and there's sort of a new table of the rewards. So if you're LPing a lot and you want to, keep track of those rewards, definitely take a look at the blog post. Or if you haven't seen the chart showing the various amount of rewards for each market, come to our Discord, we're more than happy to let you know or give you that information. And finally, for VE Perp, now that USDC rewards have been being sent out pretty smoothly over the last 6 months or so, we are now reducing the cap for the locked perp rewards. So it used to be 25K per week, and now that's been reduced to 15K per week. Still pretty nice way to sort of double up on your VE perp. That the extra VE perp rewards are directly added to your VE perp balance. So that means there's a multiplier effect there. That will continue for the foreseeable future. It's just being reduced a little bit, again, to minimize the impact of the perp issuance on the perp price itself. All right, rolling on. We've got a small product stats update. It's not a small number, though. 20 billion in total trading volume. Obviously, this is like a few days old already, so we've been gone beyond this at this point. But yeah, 20 billion, a pretty nice milestone. And looking forward to the next milestone. Not sure exactly what the next big number will be, maybe 25 billion.
30 billion, 100 billion.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the 100 billion.
Yes.
We'll have to, I'm not sure when we'll get there. If we have any more wild price action like we did in the last couple of weeks, then we might get there faster than we think.
That's it, yeah.
Crazy times. All right, so we've also got new hot tub vaults on the horizon, looking very soon at this point, and new caps for hot tub vaults. Houston, do you want to show us something with this?
Yeah, if I can either share my screen, or if you want to share that vault tab, it's up to you.
Oh, you go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll just quickly share my screen here and just show. Yeah, there's been a little bit of an update to the vaults page. So if you've been tracking that page, you may be accustomed to seeing the ETH and USDC vault. But if you scroll down a little bit further now, bada boom, we got 2 new vaults. Of course, they haven't launched yet, as Lee just mentioned, but they're launching very, very soon. So right now, there's placeholders. So if you do want to sign up, make sure that previously, make sure you sign up on the hot tub page. You type in your email address there, and then you'll get in line for the whitelist. All right. So if you have OP and you want to make it more productive, then yeah, definitely sign up for the OP hot tub vault. As well, as Lee mentioned earlier, the announcement was we did open up capacity on that the previous vaults. So ETH is now, how much ETH is a, what's the capacity now? I can just open it up and take a look. 200 is the capacity, is that right? Yeah, I guess it's 190, 180 something. What's the capacity? Yes, it was 10.6 remaining, so I guess it's 190-ish or something like that. ETH, I don't know why that number.
If you scroll over with your mouse, it should show the. Try the other one. The
one on the bottom here.
No.
Oh yeah, cap is 180. It says.
Yeah,
180. Okay. We figured that one out. 180 ETH, and it's actually near the capacity already. So clearly that one's been selling like hotcakes. And USDC, we also opened that one, and the cap here is 600,000. So that one here is actually got some space. So it's neat to see. The ETH vault tends to stay capacity more often, but the USDC vault has always caught up in the long run. So yeah, one's kind of like the tortoise and the hare. So yeah, check that out, and the results have been pretty good. Like as much as we complain about the volatility, the vaults don't mind. The vaults actually seem to like it quite a bit when there's volatile price action. So yeah, if you don't like volatility, then this is actually not, as I mentioned in previous calls, not a bad way to offload some of that volatility to something that actually gets stronger when there's volatility. So yeah, take a look at the vaults.
Yep, really awesome. I'm especially looking forward to those OP vaults because I have some OP from airdrops and whatever, and there's not really a whole lot to do with OP, to be honest. So this is a fun way you can drop your OP in there. Yeah. Especially now you don't want to sell it for sure. Like the price has dropped a lot. So this is a great place to park it. Just, wait for sunnier days when, it's worth a lot more and earn some fees, earn some arbitrage income in the meantime.
Yeah. So I'll go pass the mic back to you. I'll turn off my screen share there.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Just increase my sharing size there. All right, so rolling onward, community and partnership updates. We've got some some sort of call out to potential grantees. If you're looking for a grant, this is a great chance.
Yeah, I can talk to this one here. So if you haven't read the announcement yet, basically, yeah, it's an open call to any sort of on-chain traders who are developing on-chain, automated strategies. So if you are looking to deploy, or if you're investigating or exploring deploying on-chain automated strategies, then here's a really great way to potentially uh, be qualified to get a grant. So ultimately, the grant involves developing and, of course, deploying an on-chain strategy on perp. So there are several milestones, and you can read that in our documents. But there are several milestones that we typically have towards giving grants to our grantees. But this is a pretty open grant. So folks who are really serious, if you're a dev or a builder and or a trader and you're very serious about on-chain trading and wouldn't mind subsidizing some of your research and your development, and are actually interested anyways in deploying on perp, then yeah, definitely reach out to our grants team by applying here on that link in the newsletter or on our webpage, and maybe get a grant for your efforts.
All right. Yeah, looking forward to that. Obviously, with Hot Tub, we've really been focusing on this kind of, trading strategy that can be executed on chain, giving people a great place to park funds while they're waiting for, more excitement in the bull market, whenever that's going to start. So yeah, we're looking forward to building more, and obviously, the more ideas we can get from the more people, the better.
Yeah.
So if you have some interesting ideas sort of along those lines, definitely hit us up, and you could find yourself with a nice grant from Perpetual Protocol.
Yeah. Yeah, the vision is really to encourage more on-chain trading, right? Like there's already a lot of traders who are doing, centralized exchange stuff, but we really believe in the on-chain ecosystem, and that being the kind of the future. So yeah, we're really having an open call here to on-chain people, right? So let's get more folks trading on-chain, moving your strategies over, and supporting the on-chain space.
All right, maybe I'm sort of like misunderstanding the purpose of this. So the idea is like if you're a trader and you have an on-chain strategy, you can get a grant in order to go and test and work on that strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's very open. So yeah, if clearly we are looking for folks who are knowledgeable about trading. So it's if it's your first time picking up a strategy that you just found on TradingView, probably maybe not gonna you maybe not gonna be the one who's gonna win the grant. But if you have some ideas already, have done some testing, or how are familiar with the on-chain trading space and want to leverage Perpetual for the execution of your strategies, then yeah, this would be a grant to apply for.
Well, darn it, Houston, I was really getting excited for a second there. I thought, hey, I got strategies. But yeah, maybe not.
I don't know, Lee. I think you do have some strategies. You're probably good.
We'll see. We'll see. I'll put some thought into it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, rolling onward. So yeah, we got some events coming up.
Yes.
Houston, you want to talk us through this?
Yeah, I'll talk about the first one to kick things off. That's the Perp Summer Game Fest, being hosted by the one and only Night Lotus, who's one of our community members, one of our sharks. So yeah, she'll be hosting weekly for the rest of the summer a weekly game series. So the first game that's going to be coming out, we announced it in the newsletter yesterday, but it's the actual time and date will be announced, is actually already announced in our Discord. But it's going to be this Saturday at 9 a.m. EST, so 9 p.m. if you live in Taipei or Taiwan, it's 9 p.m. Saturday evening. So the first game in the summer game series is going to be Discord Poker. So it's just not going to be, it's just a very casual gaming night. So if you're hanging out, hanging out in front of your computer or on Discord around that time, definitely, check in, come play some games. Not meant to be, again, super competitive, or we're not trying to, try to figure out who's the ultimate, king in terms of poker. This is more just a chance for the community to come hang out every week and play some games. So we'll be doing a bunch of games. Poker's gonna be the first one, but tune in each week. We'll actually be doing different times a day as well, because we do know that some folks we all have different time zones. But this first game series for the series will be at 9 p.m. Taipei time. All right, but come to our Discord, check out the exact time, and all you gotta do is sign in, come to our channel that we're playing poker, and come hang out. There will be some games, there'll be some prizes, and of course, bragging rights.
All right, sounds good. I can see our Baron Wizard is getting excited for the gambling.
Yeah.
All right, so we've also got a workshop coming up. It's a little bit more of a technical workshop, which is to introduce the TWAP execution tool that was released by long-term community member Jay Unit. So looking forward to that. I don't think we have a date set for that just yet, but it should the date should be being announced very soon. So keep an eye out for that. I think we mentioned this maybe in a couple weeks ago, but we're just sort of time zones and stuff have to get sorted out. So as far as I know, the date should be probably set already. Just don't have the latest on that one, but keep an eye out for that if you are interested in running the sort of automated TWAP tool. As far as I know, it's like a command line tool, so it's definitely for more technical users. But if you're one of those technical users, it could be a pretty interesting tool to use and also play around with.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, if you're not that technical, then this is a great workshop to attend, right? So if you saw the code base before but you couldn't figure out how to install it, then I think that's part of the workshop, is to probably help you set it up, get it running on your computer. And of course, you can always ask questions if you don't understand the setup process.
Yep, exactly. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, this actually could play interestingly. Like if you're interested in grants, this could actually be used maybe as part of your grant application, right? So you leverage some of the code maybe in a TWAP bot, and maybe you find yourself with some new ideas around maybe some on-chain, trading strategies. So yeah, definitely a potential there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point. All right, so that just about wraps up the community call for this week. Let's see, it is now 31 past the hour. So let's, do you want to set a cutoff time for the ETH price guessing game?
Yeah, let's do, how about 9:35? About 5 minutes, 4 minutes? Should we do that?
Yeah, sounds good. All right, so 35 past the hour, we will stop. And in the meantime, while we're waiting, Houston, can you introduce the NFT for this call?
Yep, you bet. We've got some folks already clamoring for the NFT for our OAT drop. So yeah, I'll Lee, do you want to share the link? And I'll just quickly talk through the NFT process. So in a few moments, Lee will share a Google form in the chat pod. Inside that Google form, there will be a link to the NFT. Of course, the NFT is one of a kind, special NFT for call number 53 here. And it will be, when you mint it, it will be minted on OP for free. So you don't have to worry about gas costs or gas fees. And as always, if you care about your privacy, make sure you spin up a new wallet address and claim that NFT over there. So yeah, Lee will drop that link shortly. And yeah, we would appreciate it if you want to fill out that form. It's a optional thing to do, but we love to hear your feedback about how we can improve this call, things you guys are interested in hearing about, or chatting about, or anything else. So yeah, fill out that form, and of course, enjoy your NFT. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, so we've got that taken care of. All right, so let's just get started with the questions. Anyone, if you have questions, definitely let us know. You can put it directly in the chat. We'll be happy to answer. If you can't type in the chat for some reason, you're welcome to drop the question directly in our general channel on Discord, or even on Telegram. If you're in our Telegram, you're more than welcome to drop the question in there and we'll be happy to answer. All right, so we do actually have a couple questions already. I have to scroll through all of my own comments here. I'm sorry for spamming the chat so much. That'll teach me. All right. So we have a bunch of guesses, and all right, looks like the only question we have so far. All right, we have a question from Ihor Janovic. Janovic. What minimum price do you expect from the bull market? This is definitely the question everyone would love to know the answer to, and also the question that has no answer, basically. So yeah, who knows? I mean, I think the best you can really do is look at past performance, and of course, past performance doesn't really give you any clues about future performance. I guess one strategy you could do, if this is something you really care about, is to look at projects that were built, in the last bear market. Let's say like 2018 and 19, and what they did during the last bull market, 2020 to 21 timeframe. You can sort of make a guess on that basis. Like I say, though, there's no guarantee, so it's really anyone's guess. Okay, thanks for forgiving me about pronouncing your name. It's definitely a great name. Great to see you around, though. And we have also a question from the mighty Baron Wizard. OP Vault Test APR. I'm not exactly sure what this question means, but I'm guessing maybe he wants to know what the APR for the OP Vault will be. Now, as far as I know, the performance of the OP Vault, where you deposit OP, hasn't been really that great in backtesting for the last couple of weeks. But we do expect that to improve at some point. And the USDC Vault for OP apparently has been pretty decent. Sort of in the similar range of the other vaults, higher single digits. But again, that is like past performance, and all we can bet on is future performance. So, as long as the market stays as volatile as it has been, we expect the performance to be pretty good. And in general, like our recommendation, although like we always say, this is not financial advice, but if you are considering the vault, something that I would keep in mind is, in general, it's better to focus on time in the market as opposed to trying to time the market. So, I mean, personally, my strategy will definitely just to be putting my OP in there, and I mean, it's not doing anything anyway. So, I'm just going to put it in there and see what happens, with no expectation really of any return, and just as a place to park it while the bear market goes on. So, yeah. Who knows what it'll be, but our target is always sort of in the higher single digits.
Yeah, and I think it's a good point, Lee, because like OP is it's not that productive of an asset, right? So even in a bull market, you're not going to be doing much with it anyway. So you might as well just keep it parked pretty much all the time, because it's just going to burn a hole in your wallet otherwise, right? Like, it's not doing much. So unless you're planning on selling the OP, there's really no reason not to just try to gain some sort of productive yield out of it, right? So yeah, or if you're really active in governance votes or something like that. But other than that,
Yep, for sure. I mean, I think though, if you put if you're active in governance and you put the OP in the vault, you still, I wonder, I guess in theory, the OP is no longer in your wallet, and therefore you cannot use it to vote.
Right.
I hadn't thought of that. But yeah, I mean, it's, even if you are planning to sell, now is not a great time. We're at a pretty low point at this time. So yeah, might as well park it and let it ride. Yeah. And someday, when the time is right, you'll know what to do.
There you go.
So the next question from Baron Wizard. Baron Wizard has all the easiest questions. Fed pause or hike? So Houston, what's your take on this one?
I think it's a pause and then a hike. It's both. It's a pause in
Kind
this.
of answer to that.
It's layered. It's it's a pause for this call, and then it's going to be a hike in July. I think that's what the markets are pricing in right now. Because I think it's like a 95% chance they're gonna pause today, but then I think it's like a 60% chance they're gonna raise in July, which has got a lot of people scratching their heads because no one can really figure out why the market's thinking that. Because why would you pause today and then raise next month? So that's the thing that people can't really figure out why people are positioning that way.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. Calling this kind of thing is really, yeah, it's like an art form at this point, and sort of like, I don't know, dowsing rods and horse whispering.
That's it.
It's like,
It's reading tea leaves and pig entrails and everything else.
surely there must be like an octopus that can guess the answer or something. Don't they usually have some animal that has the inside track on these things?
Animal sacrifice. I don't know what you have to do to figure this out. It's completely yeah arcane and yeah not transparent.
Surely it doesn't require sacrifice. Like I was thinking, maybe it only works in the World Cup, but usually there's some like chicken or I don't know some kind of animal that is able to guess the outcome.
I don't know. I'm pretty pessimistic about the whole thing, so I think this whole thing is being driven by animals anyway. So yeah,
Oh, good one.
yeah. I'll be happy when the world moves to a different structure where we don't have to worry about the Fed anymore. Yeah. Maybe not my
animal,
lifetime.
that animal wouldn't be a lizard, would it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Apes,
we're
monkeys, I don't know. Yeah.
deep into the weeds. And actually, Houston, I got bad news. We actually missed the 35 past the hour mark. So we're gonna have to
No,
go
but I
back
did post it. So luckily I was watching with my other eye and I did post that the final mark price was 1743.70.
All right, I see your comment there. Thank goodness for that. All right,
Yeah.
well, someone's on the ball, so at least
Yeah.
that's why we have. That's why I have a wingman.
You're having too much fun. But funny enough, speaking of being on the ball, I was looking at the predictions, and why don't we just announce the winners now while we're at it? But we have two winners, so I want to give it to two people because they're so darn close. In fact, one person nailed it. So being on the ball is Mr. or Ms. Virtuousness Akpitak. You guessed it perfectly. 1743.70, right on the dot. Congratulations, you have the bragging rights. You are definitely dialed in, sir or ma'am. And reach out to me. Open a Malva ticket. So both winners, I'll announce the next winner in a second here. But both winners open up a Malva ticket, and I will share your wallet address, and we'll send you the perp. And the second one, Mr. and Mrs. Charlon Vac, guessed 1743.80, just one tick off from the actual final mark price. So kudos to you as well. You came very, very close. So congrats to both predictors. You guys nailed it. So well done. I think the only person who did not nail it was Baron Wizard. 20K was well off.
We can always hope, though.
Yeah, that's it.
I
Not on this
respect
call.
his optimism.
Yeah.
Not on this call.
Yeah, so
All right,
yeah, you won, Mr.
ahead.
Charlon Vac or Ms. Charlon Vac. Please reach out to us on Discord by opening a ticket. Or you can go to our website, perp.com or app.perp.com, and you can open a support ticket from the website as well. And just drop in your name and your wallet address. And we'll get you set
Yes,
up.
that's right. I'll just put that in the chat. Yeah, there's a blue button on the lower right. Actually, we haven't really discussed this publicly, but frequent users will have noticed that a lot of our websites now have a blue support button on the lower right. So if you click that, it'll open a chat, and you can chat with a real person. So we won't reply right away necessarily, but we do our best to reply as fast as possible. You are talking to a real person. So it's going to be me, Houston, or one of our other support people like Tarek, Night Lotus. Who else we got? We got quite a few team members also working on that now. So we're really focusing on user experience and user support. So whatever type of user question you have, doesn't matter if it's like a very new user type of question or a technical question with really technical users. We take all questions, so let us know. Obviously, the other channels like Discord and Telegram remain open, and we're more than happy to help you out on there. But yep, that's a new feature that we hope everybody takes advantage of. And we can see the Bear and Wizard is, I assume, excited for a flood of tickets they can help answer. Bear and Wizard, if you're looking for something to do, hit us up. We're happy to have you help us answer those tickets. All right. So as far as I can see from various channels, I'm looking at Discord and Telegram, general channel on Discord, no questions are popping up. So yeah, Houston, are you ready to call it a night or call it a day in your case?
Yeah, I think no other questions. I think we got everything squared away.
Awesome, sounds good. Well, thanks so much everyone for joining us. Really great to have you all here and spend some quality time on a community call. Great to have your feedback, and yeah, good job to the winners, and looking forward to the next one in 2 weeks. And like I said earlier in the call, make sure to have your wallet ready during that one. There will be a trading challenge, very simple trading challenge with basically no minimum buy-in. So yeah, looking forward to everyone taking part in that.
Yeah, definitely. We saw who the best predictors were in this call. Let's see in the next call who are the best traders. So yeah, let's keep doing these fun games. So looking forward to the next one.
Sounds good. All right. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. Okay, stream has ended.